will have a record ninth victory in the UFC and a record-tying fifth title defense. Do those records mean anything to Anderson, or are they something that he'll look back at later? Does the fact that he could set a record and tie a record bring any more importance to this fight?
Não, isso não é muito importante para mim não. O meu objetivo é continuar mantendo o meu título e continuar representando bem o Ultimate em qualquer uma das categorias, tanto na 9-3 ou na 8-4. Então, o resultado final que a gente pretende manter as vitórias e não o que vai acontecer, se eu sou melhor ou não.
To me, it doesn't mean that much as far as the records. What's important for me is to step in the octagon and give the public and the world a great performance, and to keep my team proud of me and keep the victories coming. So it's important for me to win, but I don't pay too much attention to the records.
Question for Shogun. Here. Hello. I would like to know how did you feel after you win against Coleman? What did you say to yourself? And did you change something in the way you train to beat Chuck Liddell? This is my first question. Second question for Chuck Liddell and Shogun. Do you feel like this fight, as said Dana, is more important for you than the others? What does it represent for you?
E a segunda pergunta de que a importância que essa luta tem que ser mais importante que a última.
Bem, quando eu lutei com o Coleman, eu fiquei feliz com a vitória, lógico, mas eu não fiquei feliz com a minha performance e sabia que eu podia dar mais em mim e sair do meu potencial. Então eu voltei para casa, treinei bem mais do que eu vi treinando com o Coleman e hoje estou mais focado, estou mais preparado psicologicamente e fisicamente. E sobre essa luta, a importância é o Chuck Liddell é um cara muito famoso na América, na minha opinião, é o lutador mais famoso, então para mim é muito importante isso e eu espero dar o máximo de mim para mostrar para o público americano que eu tenho potencial para ser um top da categoria.
Well, after my fight against Coleman, I was happy with the win, but I wasn't happy with my performance. So I got back home and wondered about things and changed my training. So I trained much harder for this fight against Chuck. I feel much more prepared both physically and psychologically for this fight. And as far as this fight goes, I think Chuck is likely the most famous fighter in America. He's a great fighter, so that alone makes the fight so important for my career. That's why I'm taking it so seriously.
Joe Ferraro, MMA Connected Sportsnet. This question is for Thales, front row here, Thales, second row. In speaking with a lot of MMA analysts and fans, they're not giving you much of a chance, but in my travels and talking to a lot of the fighters, it's the fighters that are really giving you a chance versus Anderson Silva, with some of them boldly saying that you'll probably win by submission. What do you make of all those comments with the fans and the critics saying you don't have a chance, but the fighters saying you do have a chance?
Yeah, the first thing is that I have to believe in me, and this is what I'm doing. I've been believing me for a long time, and I've been waiting for this chance for a long time. And now I'm here to be fighting with the best pound for pound in the world, and I still believe in me. I know that I can do it, and I used to say I have 2 arms and 2 legs like him, like everyone else, and until the fight starts, and even when the fight starts, it's 15% for each one. And I know that I can beat him. It will be a hard time, the great fight of my life, but I'm believing me for every single minute. And about the critics and the guys talking about, I don't mind. Basically, I don't mind about what they said. Some fighters, know that I can do it, and some normal people say too. But this is, the personal opinion. Each one has his own personal opinion.
Yeah, you stated that Anderson Silva is the best pound for pound in the world, but down the line, does it have to go inevitably with a fight with George St. Pierre? Could that mean not title, but
people ask me that all the time. Obviously, Anderson Silva has a tough fight on Saturday night that he's got to get by.
And George St. Pierre probably has the toughest fight of his entire career against Thiago Alves. These guys both win. You know, I don't know what's next for them after that, but anybody who knows me knows I love super fights, and obviously that would be a super fight. We've been working on Toronto and getting that done there. You know, so who knows?
Or maybe in December. You have a big show in December, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. So maybe they fight in December. Maybe it's in Toronto. I don't know. Maybe we could do that. I'd like to do it. We'll see what happens.
This is for Anderson, and Dana, you can jump in. Dana mentioned 205 pounds in the fight against Irvin. How many more fights in the future over the next 2-3 years? Can we expect you to maybe explore that division a bit more?
A experiência que a gente teve na categoria de cima foi boa, a gente conseguiu o resultado que a gente esperava e eu pretendo ainda lutar nessa categoria sim, com certeza.
The experience we had fighting at 205 was a good experience for us. I enjoyed it, and yes, if it was possible, I would like to have more fights. It's in my, you know, in our plan to fight more at the 205-pound category.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to fight at 205 pounds, obviously, I love guys that want to fight and want to fight all the time. That's the way this guy built his career, you know, terrorizing me all the time. I want to fight, I want to fight. You know, he's the same way. But nobody can call me and tell me they want to fight too much. They want to fight, I'll let them fight. They want to take some time off, I'll give them time off. He wants to fight at 205, I love it.
Dana, with 7 Canadians on the card, one of the guys in the house right now in the front row, David DeColoazo, I wanted to get some comments on guys like David, Jason McDonald, Dennis Kang, your thoughts on
Yeah, but like I said when I started this thing, there's a ton of great talent from Canada here on the card. You know, like you said, we've got, let me see, Kang, we got McDonald, we've got Bocek, we got Loazo, Sam Stout. Great card. They're all big names, and I'm really impressed with Bocek. Obviously, he's an up-and-coming guy, tough kid. Kid used to actually whoop my ass when he was 16. He used to teach us jiu-jitsu. He's a great kid, so I'm happy to see him doing well too. There's a lot of great Canadian talent, and a lot of them going to be on this card.
Excited to have a guy like the Crow back.
Absolutely.
Very exciting fighter.
Exciting fighter. One of the best guys you could ever meet. You know, birds of a feather. You know, he's been with George St. Pierre, and I think everybody knows what I think about George St. Pierre personally and professionally, and I feel the same exact way about Loazo. And they dress nice too.
Gary Alexander from Fighters Only magazine. Is the Czech Congo and Anthony Hardong fight, is that a #1 contender matchup?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question off the top of my head. They're definitely, the winner of that fight is in the mix, definitely. I don't know if they get the next title shot.